All right, Natalie, how do you want to kick it off?
I don't know. How should we kick it off? You're the expert.
You put on air longer
with your
than
feet.
I have.
That's how you kick off. Today on my channel, I have the one, the only, Natalie Graham.
You said I'm irreplaceable, but apparently I am upgradable. This is my upgrade.
Oh, upgrade. Yeah, I like that. That's very good.
So we are going to bring in a box. I'm not going to read the card and I'm not unboxing it. You're going to do that today.
Me?
Yeah, you hosted it. This is what a host does.
No, I was only playing. I was a fake hosting. There's a difference between real hosting and fake hosting.
Okay. All right. Okay, ready?
Ready?
One color in, one color out. This chameleon gem is one of the rarest around. What am I? So one color in, one color out, probably color change.
Yes.
Chameleon is green.
Really? Yeah.
Chameleons are green, right? So what is a color change stone that is green? Could it be Alexandrite?
I think that's
Am I right?
Pretty good guess.
3, 2. Oh, that's a lot, Bill. Look at that. Got some rough Alexandrite. So Alexandrite, we have not really talked too much about this stone in the past. It is known as emerald by day, ruby by night because of its color change. Why did you pick an Alexandrite to bring today?
I brought Alexandrite because I love stones with optical properties.
Yes, and give us a few examples of optical properties.
Pleochroism.
There we go.
That was lucky. And color change.
Okay, so color change, asterism, chatoyancy,
Yeah, all those things.
All good
yeah.
things.
And Alexandrite is an exceptionally valuable stone.
This is true.
And it's natural. I don't believe this is heat treated or anything.
Right. So let's talk about why we like Alexandrite, color change.
Alexandrite color change is phenomenal if you have a strong color change. So
Right.
there's a scale. There's
Color shift.
color shift, and then you could have an Alexandrite that had a 10% color change.
Oh, I didn't.
Or 15%, or you can have some that have a 90% color change. The Brazilian color change is better than stones from Madagascar, from what I've been led to understand. So I like the fact that it's Brazilian, and this stone has a strong color change. In fact, there's a story that when it was discovered near emerald, and the miners, according to the story, brought the green stone, which they thought was emerald, to their campsite. And in the firelight, they looked down and then it was red, and so they didn't know what was going on. And then by morning, it was
Green.
back to green again.
Cool.
And I don't know if that's true story or lore, but that's the way the story
cares?
goes. It's a well-known stone, though.
It
Probably of all the colored stones, it's the most famous, wouldn't you think? Because in the
Definitely,
early
yeah.
days, it was known, and Tiffany's had a lot to do with popularizing it.
Which is a very cool story because Tiffany has this very long history. It was also named after one of the czars of Russia.
Yes.
You know that?
Yes, I did know that, actually. It is interesting that apparently the colors of Alexandrite were the colors of the Russian aristocrats, and that
That's cool. I didn't know that.
so somehow they adopted it, and all of the royalty in Russia, that was a big thing to own Alexandrite, and so it's kind of a royal
Stone. It still is a big deal to own it. I mean, it's Brazilian. There's a lot of Brazilian material, but it's not a super popular stone.
Yeah, it's interesting though, isn't it? Because it traces the life of gemstones as normal. It's found in one place, and then all of a sudden the world thinks it's going to go away and it's going to be gone forever. And then luckily you find it somewhere else. But then we've seen that, like with spessartite, we've seen that deposit then disappears, and then you find it in another country. And so being able to find and own one at all is pretty lucky, because gemstones are only a tiny portion of the crust. Its hardness is 8.5, so that would make it the third hardest stone, maybe,
Right.
possibly.
So diamond's a 10, corundum, which is ruby and sapphire, is a 9, and then we've got Alexandrite coming in hot at 8.5. So would you put this in jewelry? How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I think that's great for jewelry.
I'm wearing it today.
The flashlight.
Okay, so green right now. It's kind of purpley, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks purple to
Look
me.
at that.
Yeah, I see that.
Green, kind of purple, right? Green, Ooh, that's purple.
Yeah,
That's
see?
pretty.
That's the strong color change. That's what makes that stone really special.
All right, so fun fact, the reason that we get the color change is actually because of chromium, which is very neat. Chromium, we can also thank for the green and emerald, the red and ruby as well.
I love chromium.
I know, me too, because it's some of my,
Coloring agent.
well, yeah, 3 of our favorite stones, ruby, emerald, and Alexandrite. All right, guys, so we talked about color change. We talked about the history of Alexandrite. We kind of nerded out about chromium. I mean, this has been a fun episode.
It's been good.
Have you enjoyed it?
I liked the first part the best.
You hosting me off camera, thank you. This has really been an episode just kicking Natalie off her job. All right, so let's take a closer look. What is something that is cool that would make you, that makes you want to share it with our friends watching?
I know, though, that not all Alexandrite has the same green-red color shift.
No.
There's different color shifts and different, depending on the impurities that are in it.
That's a really good point. So just because you have an Alexandrite does not mean it's going to go from green to red. Some may only shift color, and a color shift is when it really only goes, from a slightly bluish green to maybe a slightly greenish blue. It's just a very small shift in the color. Color change is when you really have that stark difference from green to red, or kind of a purple color almost.
And it's such a rare stone, and so few people can own it that they actually created a synthetic Alexandrite.
Which we like synthetic stones because not everyone can find the stone that they're looking for, and man-made stones are a really awesome way to bring more to the market. So.
And in fact, there was for a long time Russian-made lab-grown Alexandrite, and it was a great variety and super quality.
All right, guys. So I will have you all take a closer look at the color of that stone. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Bill is a very busy man, so send him a spaghetti emoji as a thank you for coming back again, and hopefully we can convince him to come back on the channel. I appreciate you hosting for me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Nice. I was able to, get some coffee, take a little break.
Yeah, it was fun.
It is fun, isn't it? We hope that you join us next week on unboxing, and don't forget about our edutainment series as well. Are we done? You're the boss.
We're done. Finished. Final.
Final. Done. All right, bye everyone.